Hey y'all. Hey, welcome to another special edition of TKTV. I'm your host, Tracy Knight, up at TK and TKTV. And this is my Ozempic update number 6. It's my 6th injection of my Ozempic. If you're new here and you've not been part of this series, you've not seen this series, please go back, look at them all, check out the videos, and remember to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing, okay? You can get caught up that way, but not right now because we're getting ready to get into it. Like I said in the earlier videos, like a brief synopsis, if you will, I started this journey on January 24th to get my health under control because I noticed even myself that my A1C was way too high. I was in the nines, and my blood sugar levels were rising from, I was probably a little high, like 180 or something like that, but it was going from 250, 300, 333 at the highest that I noticed. And I thought, you know what? This can't happen. So I went to go see my doctor, and he put me on Ozempic. And I had been using Ozempic. I think my first injection was, let's see, it was a shot day, was the 124, the 24th, the 24th of January. Okay. And at that point, I weighed 242 pounds. Okay. Now, my initial reason for taking my Ozempic was to lower my A1C and my blood sugar levels, right? Because I knew those were really, really bad, need to be taken care of because they were affecting my health in a lot of different other ways. And I knew that the Ozempic would do that. And I knew there was going to be a benefit of some weight loss. So I was all for it. And we started that on the 24th, which was the day of my first shot. Now, I take my shots on a Tuesday. Ta-da! Happy Tuesday. But I do the weigh-ins on Monday because I am part of a weigh-in group and we weigh in on Monday. So it works for me. So I had started the shots at the 0.25, the starter dose, and I was, having nausea, the side effects, which are nausea, uh, diarrhea, constipation, a little bit of fatigue, and some other ones, but those are the most common ones. And like I said in the past videos, I told you what my effects were on those. And then we jumped up to the zero point 0.5 dose, okay? After only 2 weeks at 0.25, which I thought was okay, maybe. And I thought because it's an individual thing, maybe it was okay for me to jump up to 0.5 like the doctor prescribed, because some people were starting with the starter dose and staying on it for 4, 6, sometimes 8 weeks before they hit the next dosage. But I was following my doctor's instructions and jumped up to 0.5 after the second shot. Not good. Not good. Those side effects hit me, and they hit me hard, and it brought on the vomiting, and I couldn't, we can't do that. So after talking to my doctor, he's put me back at the 0.25, the starter dose. And last week I took the first one, and today I'll take the next one at the 0.25. So let me tell you what happened last week. Now, last week was a little different, okay, because I knew that this weekend I was going to be going out of town. As a matter of fact, I just got back from North Carolina. I went down for a baby shower. Kudos to my son Brian and Danielle. Way to go, girl. Way to go, y'all. I'm so happy for you guys. And so I took my shot Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was good as far as the appetite was concerned, right? It was the usual. I really couldn't eat much. I didn't think about eating. I had to remind myself to eat so that, I wouldn't feel tired. And I did find out that when I don't eat a lot, I have no energy. So I've been trying to eat enough calories to give me the energy, but not so much that's going to give me the, unneeded weight, right? So, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I was fine. I noticed on Saturday, now I'm prepping to leave because we're leaving Sunday to go down to North Carolina. We were going to be leaving. And so Saturday, I'm prepping and I am starving, right? I am so hungry. But I found out that no matter how hungry I was, on what my eyes were saying and telling me I wanted, I still couldn't eat it. I still couldn't eat it. Because I usually, when I'm going out of town the night before, I don't like cooking because I want to leave my kitchen clean. I don't want any dishes. I don't want any of that, right? So we usually eat out, get something. And that's what my husband did. He got some hibachi. And I got chicken with cabbage and broccoli. So it wasn't anything fattening. And I couldn't even eat it all. I could eat just a few bites. So it wasn't like I, gorged on this food the night before. I ate a little bit, gave the rest to my husband. I really couldn't finish it. But Sunday is when the eating began. Okay. Um, like I said, we were leaving Sunday. We left out, and I got up, and I was a good girl. I had my coffee, I had a protein shake, I had some ginger tea, right? And I took a what they call those Pepto Bismol tablets, not because the nausea was like jumping up and down in my stomach, but because I knew we were going to be traveling, and I didn't want to suffer any motion sickness or anything else like that. So just to be safe, I took some. We got couple of 2 hours, couple of two, which is a couple, right? Hours into the trip, and we stopped at McDonald's because, like I said, I had a shake, but the other two people who were going, my husband and my daughter, had not eaten yet. So we stopped at McDonald's. I could have been a good girl, and I could have been like, no, I'm really not that hungry. And I wasn't really that hungry, but I ordered. Okay, so first of all, let me tell y'all, get ready to get your little bad Tracy's out right now. Because this is just the beginning. I ordered a Big Mac meal, okay, with a Sprite. But I could barely finish it. I didn't even make a dent in the French fries, okay, and I barely, where when the meat runs out, and there's all that bun left over. I don't even know how they make it look like it's gonna last, but it never does. Um, I ate that, and I was so full that I was a little uncomfortable. But I figure this is gonna last me till later on tonight, way later on tonight, right? So now I've got breakfast and lunch done. Um, we got into North Carolina about 5:30, scooped up the kid, changed clothes, and we met at a restaurant called Hook and Reel. Hook and Reel. Now I'm still not feeling nauseous. Am I starving? Am I really hungry? Not really. And I should have left it at that. But I ordered what I thought would be the most lightning for me, which was a catfish basket. I didn't want a seafood boil. I didn't want all that. So I got the catfish basket. They gave me these three humongous pieces of fish. Delicious. It was so good. I could only eat half of one. Half of one. So I didn't eat all of it. And I even tried to have some cheesecake, y'all. So there it is, another bad Tracy, bad Tracy. Yeah, I know. But I couldn't even eat that. And anybody who knows me knows I love my cheesecake. Couldn't do it. Took the fish back with me. We went back to the hotel. Um, that was a ride from you know where, but we didn't even go there. So I didn't eat anything else that night. I didn't heat up the fish for later or anything else like that. And I sipped on some ginger ale just in case. Monday morning, I got up. I didn't take any more pills or anything else like that. Um, I went downstairs to the hotel lobby, and they had breakfast. And they had a great breakfast going. They had a pastry bar. They had warm food. They had cereal. They had the works, right? Complimentary, of course. Y'all, they had Western omelet. I've never been a big fan of a Western omelet, but they were really small. They were like this big, right? So I had a Western omelet and a couple of slices of, I'm not gonna say undercooked. It was done, but it wasn't crispy. Let's put that. It wasn't crispy bacon. So I had a couple of slices of that and my coffee. I gotta have my coffee, y'all. So I had that for breakfast. We later, maybe a couple of hours later, left to go bowling to meet, have bowling with my son. And while we were there, I had a hot dog. I had a hot dog. I peeled off a lot of the bread, which I usually do with hot dogs anyway, but I had a hot dog. It came with fries. I barely made it through the fries. I couldn't. Like I said, my eyes were open to all that. My stomach was like, no, we're closed. Yeah, send all that down here if y'all want to and see what happens. So I nibbled through it. We bowled. Does bowling count as an exercise? Because I was bowling, y'all. Didn't break my little 100, which is my minimum score. But we had fun, and this is sore, so I know that I was bowling. So somebody let me know if that constitutes as exercise. We bowled two games. Two games. Okay. So we did some bowling, and then after that, what did we do? Oh, the baby shower was that night. So when we got back to our hotel room, we changed clothes, we got ready. No, we sat about an hour or so because we had plenty of time. Then we went to the baby shower, and there was more food. There was cupcakes. There was these little mini cheesesteak sandwiches. There was pita bread and hummus. I had a little bit of the pita bread and a bite of the hummus, and I took a bite of the one little sandwich. Okay, and I did take a cupcake home. Yeah, I did that. Okay. And so after the baby shower, we left. And apparently, my daughter and my husband were determined that they were not leaving North Carolina before they hit cookout. Now, if you're from North Carolina, live in North Carolina, been to North Carolina, and been to cookout, if you know, you know. So we stopped by, and this cookout was right across the street from our hotel. So we stopped at the cookout, and I got an Oreo cookie shake. Okay. Um, and my husband and my daughter got shakes as well. And I got a hot dog. I got a hot dog. Again, I barely made it through the hot dog because number one, it had too much onions on it. I ate that, and then I ate the cupcake that I took home and the shake. I hurt. My stomach was hurting because I wasn't really that hungry, but I was kind of hungry because, like I said, the cravings kicked in. But my stomach was like, I don't care what your mind is saying, we're not taking all that, and I kind of forced it down, right? So, yeah, I was really uncomfortable for that, but no nausea. It was just because I felt like I ate too much. When normally that would have been like nothing, which probably explains why I made it over 240 some pounds, right? And that was the last I ate last night. So this morning we got up to leave. We had breakfast again in the hotel lobby, and then we left. We stopped to see a friend, and then when we left there, we stopped at KFC for lunch. I had a piece of chicken and a biscuit. Again, not really that hungry, but hungry because um, I think the cravings kick in at the end of what I call the shot cycle, right? I take my shot on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I ain't got to worry about it. Saturday, maybe. By Sunday and Monday, I'm hungry. I feel like I can eat up some stuff. But again, my stomach's saying, I don't care what you think. We're not doing it. But I did eat that chicken. And then we were on the road. We're closer to home. And we're passing our favorite restaurant when we're down in Virginia, which is called Dixie Bones Barbecue. It's the best barbecue. It's amazing. I love it. It's delicious. And I went in knowing that whatever I ordered is going to be lunch tomorrow. So I ordered my usual, the 2 meat combo. Well, I wanted a 3 meat combo, but they wouldn't make it, so I had to improvise. And I had a little bit of that, and most of it's upstairs in the kitchen, ready to be had for tomorrow. Because I can't put another thing. I can't eat anything else tonight. I really, really can't. So I said all of that to say that the cravings hit, but I still can't eat heavy. And what I think I'm going to have to do is when I get to the end of the shot cycle and those cravings creep in, I'm going to have to incorporate foods that are healthier for me. You know, no fried foods, a little more fruit and fiber, things of that nature, so that when I do eat a little bit, I can only eat a little bit. It won't, be too much of something bad. I can, incorporate the good foods, right? But the main thing is that the A1C is still going down. Now, from last week, my A1C, the average A1C was like 7 point. I mean, the last week was like 6.8. This week, it's about 7.0. And I'm thinking that's because I was eating. And the blood sugar levels of last week was on an average of 153, but this week it was about 160. Again, I think it's because I was eating. And as far as my weight, last week I weighed in at 235.8, and I was thinking it was because I got my hair done and these braids are a little heavy and everything else like that. But we've gone a week with them now. And I got on the scale on Monday. I was so committed. I took my scale with me to North Carolina, y'all. I sure did. I sure did. And when I got on the scale Monday, I weighed 235.6. So I lost the 0.2 pounds I'd gained before. So now I'm at 235.6 like I was on the 13th. And total for this entire month, if I did my calculations right, because I was scribbling and scratching and trying to figure it out, came up to 6.4 pounds since January 24th. So I've lost 6.4 pounds since January 24th. For me, I'm good with that because, like I said in the last video, a nutritionist told me that a good healthy weight loss, a continuous weight loss, maybe 1 to 2 pounds a week. So I'm averaging maybe one and 1.2 pounds a week. So I'm good with that. As long as it keeps going down, I am good. My A1C is going down. My blood sugar level is going down. So it's good for me all across the board. But we're going to be starting a new chart because tonight I'm going down to do the second shot at the starter dose again, 0.25. I'm going to put it in my stomach. I did the last one in my thigh. I'm going to put this one in my stomach. I hope to hold back the nausea. My hope is that going forward, the nausea will ease itself out so that if I need to bump it up to 0.5 after talking to my doctor, I can do so without having to worry about those, my girlfriend's nausea and vomiting. If you don't know who they are, refer to one or two videos back. We introduced you to them then. And I'm hoping that my A1C continues to go down. And if the doctor says, based on my A1C and blood sugar levels, I stay at 0.25, that's where I'm going to stay. Because the weight is falling off. I have to realize that I didn't have it jump on overnight. It's not going to jump off overnight, especially if I'm not helping with any exercise, which I have got to really incorporate into it. I know I said I was going to do it. I am going to do it. I was just busy this weekend, and I'm hoping at least one of y'all tell me that bowling is an exercise, because I bowled for an hour or two, an hour and a half, maybe. Yeah, we bowled 2 games. That's all I know. So I think if I do that, then the benefit of the weight loss will probably increase. But since that wasn't my primary issue, I'm good with the other two going down, because I'd rather be thick and healthy than thin and unhealthy, So if I could lose the weight, yay. But if it's doing what I needed to do with the A1C and the blood sugar levels, then it's a win-win situation. So that's been my week so far. At the end of this cycle, we're starting a brand new shot cycle tonight because I'm going to do a new shot, and I'll be letting you know how that works next week to see if we are avoiding the nausea altogether, because that is basically the only side effect that I have ever suffered from, was the nausea and the vomiting. I haven't really encountered the diarrhea, though I've been regular, if I have to say. But the nausea is what's been really getting to me, and the ginger tea has helped. Ginger ale has helped, and especially at this low dosage, then I'm not having to take the Pepto-Bismol tablets as often because I don't feel as nauseous, sick to the stomach. However you want to say it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't play. So thanks for sharing this journey with me, and I share because I care. So if there's anything you can tell me about this, if you've been here, done that, or want to go here and got questions, if I can answer them, I'll help you. If there's any criticism, let me know. I take constructive criticism. I don't know everything, y'all. I don't. I'm learning this as we go along, just like y'all learning it. But that's what's been going on with me. The weather seems to be getting nicer. Maybe I can get my silly self outside, walk a little bit to incorporate the exercise on a nice warm day. And no one knows when that's going to happen because, we've had winter, spring, summer, and fall all in one day, it seems. So, in the meantime, in between time, until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your week. Take care of yourself. Be safe and know that I love you. And I'll see you next week right here on TKTV. Bye.